Hi, we love talking about short films, but we always talk for too long. That's why we have a timer set for only 10 minutes. After that, the video must end immediately.
Hello and welcome back to Cine-Mess, Embracing Bad Cinema. Today, we have a 10-minute timer, and this is going to be our new series where we do, obviously, 10-minute videos on short films. So we'll cover one short film every episode, and it'll be like once a week. So,
in 10
Pretty
minutes.
cool.
Well,
In 10 minutes.
well, like 9 minutes 38 now.
Okay, well, we're running out of time. Let's get into it. So, our first short film of this series is Gasman by Lynne Ramsay. I can never pronounce her name. I always think of Gordon Ramsay. Anyway, it's from 1998. And if you don't know who Lynne Ramsay is, she is a female Scottish film director. And this short film takes place in the 1970s, and it's all about it's Christmas time in Scotland. It's on the build up to Christmas. It's not quite Christmas yet, but it's like Christmas holidays for the kids. And just a really short synopsis of this film is it's a story of two children who react with a naive but yet simple emotion to a situation imposed upon them by their father's secret. Now, their father, is living a double life, which you sort of realise that about, I don't know, like 4 minutes in.
The twist is that he has two families.
Yeah. That is the twist, and that's all you need. And it's 14 minutes long.
It's on YouTube, I believe, right?
Yep, you can check it out on YouTube. It's on Vimeo as well, if anyone uses that still. My letterbox review of this, because I watched this in filmmaking,
Oh, okay.
right? So, very different film. We watched the Wonderful World of Henry Sugar, with like the trailer for it. And we watched a lot of Oscar nominated and Oscar winners in the short film category. And then we watched Gasman. And I preferred this to a lot of the other short films we watched. So I sat down again, watched it this morning while having breakfast. Obviously, watch short film while I'm having my breakfast in the morning. And Gasman, I felt like more of a connection with it. My letterbox review was, I literally just wrote The Innocence of Youth.
Ooh.
And when I was watching it, I realised that people don't understand. Just because you're a young kid, it doesn't mean you're clueless. You do know what's going on. Kids pick up on everything, which is what this film portrays. It's shot from the child's perspective. I don't know if you...
Yeah,
what did you actually think of the
So
short film, before I keep rambling?
I quite liked it. Unfortunately, I'm not very aware of a lot of British or Scottish cinema, just because I wasn't raised here. But it did remind me of what I liked about... God, what's the film? With... Oh God, I don't even have time to like.
We don't have time.
I don't have time.
Because
It reminds me of another film that I really liked that was about the girl and her dad on vacation.
Whoa.
And it's shot for her view.
After Sun.
After Sun, yes. I'm sorry.
Amazing. I love After
don't
Sun.
crucify me for forgetting After Sun, please. I love that film, but it reminded me a kind of like the stuff I like from After Sun. I liked in this film. Like I just like you said. I think what came to mind for me was that it was a very relatable child.
Yeah.
Like, especially I think being a female child.
Mm.
I know the film is from like the 90s and it takes place even I think in the 70s.
Yeah, take place in the 70s.
And despite that, like I saw a lot to relate to. Growing up I feel like growing up as a girl child as well. The whole like getting dressed for like a party and like the fancy outfit.
But the fact that they both come from two different walks of life, one's got money, the other one doesn't. So
yeah, I think just like the bit with her mom in the beginning. And the thing of these like faceless mothers in this film as well.
I love it. That's how it has to be, though, I think, to convey, because it's how
interchangeable
the girl discovers what's really going on. The parents, of course, they know, right? They've probably been keeping it from her for a while.
Yeah.
She has to discover, and she discovers it with her brother.
Yeah.
On the way to a Christmas party. And did you love the one thing I wrote down, because the cinematography is amazing. But the opening scene where the brother is putting salt on the car, sort of like simulate it's snowing and there's like the car stuck in the snow. I love that. It reminded me of, there's a clip in Fargo, or scene in Fargo, where it's like a snow globe and the snow goes on the
Yeah.
top. It just reminded me of that. It was a lovely little composition. And then we have an under the table shot, which is her tapping her feet, and she goes, "There's no place like home," and that's actually really sad because it's like,
Is home a good place?
Is home, yeah. Is home with her father, who's
Mm-hmm.
living a double life. Is that really home? That's what she believes is home. That's really
Yeah.
it's really
That's why
upsetting.
I feel like they really set up a sort of understandable backstory for this child, where I feel like you fully understand her personality by the time they get to the party.
And she's a shy kid as well.
Yes.
And the other girl, completely opposite. They're complete opposites.
Because I whoever Ramsay, when writing this, did she write it as well? I assume so.
Yeah.
I think she really tuned into what it's like to be a child,
Mm.
and the whole aspect of like that childhood friendship, where when she's not told by adults, oh, she'd love to hold this girl's hand, she'd love to play with the little girl, like she'd love to be friends, but it's only later when her dad is forcing her to kind of cross this divide and hold hands with her half sister that she hates it. It's like the whole
She hurts her, doesn't she?
Yeah, and it's like struggling to understand. Like the whole scene where she's trying to pull the sister off her dad's lap, I found that really interesting. A way to portray this conflict, you know.
I also really loved at the party where you see Santa holding a pint glass in his hand. I don't know if you noticed, 'cause it's from the child's perspective.
Yeah.
We don't see the adults' faces as much.
And also the half sister, she never interacts with Santa.
No.
It's only the more well off kids.
Yeah.
She just she's like a wallflower even there.
Yeah.
Her coat's never taken off.
No.
She wears her coat the whole time. There's such a, even in the later parts of the film, the mothers are never there's no mothers at the party.
No.
It's all basically the dad's excuse to get together and drink. I think.
Yeah. And take the kids out to.
Yeah. But like there's no, and you can kind of tell, I think, especially that era of parenting.
Yeah.
I think luckily it's moved past that now, that era of parenting as well, where the whole thing, it's the mom's job to kind of corral the kids.
Yeah.
So at the party, like, the kids' jackets don't come off.
No.
They're, making a whole mess of the place, and the dads are just sat in the corner.
Yeah. He just
letting,
he doesn't care.
Yeah, the kids are like fighting each other. They're like punching each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that, where I feel
See
like
when the brother like tries to like put her in like a headlock.
Yeah.
It's quite funny. I think one of the most memorable scenes for me, even though it's a 14-minute film.
Yeah.
We'll just quickly wrap this up as we have 2 minutes.
It goes by so quickly.
I know, right? Just like the film.
To be fair, the film was 4 minutes longer.
Yeah, it was, but it was still good. The still shot at the end, we have this sort of heavy vignette effect. Could have been caused by the film, shooting on film, or the lens they used. But I love it because it's like the vignette cuts off the parents' faces, so you can't see them.
You can't see
so
the
you
facial
really
expression.
are just seeing the kids. You can hear them talking, but it's also drowned out as well. It's the kids' dialogue. That's what we hear. And it's them saying, "You look just like her," or like, all this kind of stuff, or is that your mum? And it's really just the girl who's better off talking down to the other girl.
But also, it's clearly something she's been taught.
Yeah.
Because, for example, when she and her brother meet the other kids on the way there, she says something about them looking like vagrants or something. And it's clearly things she's heard her mother say about other people.
Which just shows how easily influenced children are by their parents and guardians, and who they live around, basically, who they're brought up around. And then just a static shot of them going home. I love how they're just walking across like a railway track. I'm like, okay, like it's picturesque.
Well,
it's giving me what's that film? I can't remember it. We're running out of time.
40 seconds. I will say, this film, I think, does a really good job about sort of portraying sort of memory of a moment as it happens, and also like the child's perspective. Like you said, the railway. It could just be like down the road, but it seems endless because of this railway. It's an unchanging landscape. Because for the kid, that kind of walk feels like hours.
But also kind of stagnant because nothing's there. Like I'm assuming it's out of use. Yeah. There are no trains coming down, or they wouldn't be walking down it.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just like this is just they're just not gonna get very far in life. Anyway,
in the last 10 seconds, why is this a good short film?
Because
7.
don't do the countdown. 5. Because it's such an unusual perspective. You don't normally get short films from the child's perspective.
And that's our timer. That's our
I
10
did
minutes
not
of.
know that was your
I'll send a special
your
one.
alarm. I did not know that.
No, that's just the first one it gives you for a timer.
Does it?
Yeah.
No, I've got like radio one.
Well, anyway,
Okay.
our 10 minutes are up. So in the comments, why is this a good short film? Did you watch it for your class?
Well, yeah, if you've seen it, and if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Oh,
Yeah.
go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's only 14 minutes of your time.
Yeah, it's shorter than what you've just listened to now.
Yeah.
You have no excuse not to check it out. Anyway, that's it from us.
All right, and tune in next time. Just tune into the next episode. We
Alright.
don't know what it's gonna be yet, but
Alright, see ya.
Alright, bye.
For watching the latest episode of Cine-Mess.
We hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to go and follow us on our socials, our Instagram is,
At Cine-Mess Podcast.
our TikTok is.
At Cine-Mess Podcast.
Do we have any other social media?
At the moment, no, we don't. Maybe we'll hop on Blue Sky or something.
Maybe. And we'll have a website at some point.
At some point.
At some point.
But
If
anyway,
you don't follow us on any of those platforms,
you're a
go
loser.
do it.
Follow us.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You've watched all the way to the end. You're still watching right now to this very second, and you haven't followed us at all anywhere else?
Okay,
That's boring.
slightly threatening. I'm very
Okay, sorry. I won't be threatening. Please be nice and follow us on our socials for updates on episodes and to send us recommendations of different films to cover.
Yeah,
We do lots of fun stuff.
we do. And we cover a lot of different weird films. So
Yeah, and we have.
don't be scared to send in an odd weird film.
Yeah, don't
we
be
will
scared.
we will maybe review
Please don't be
it.
scared.
No, please don't. Well, maybe after this you might be scared.
Okay, but also we have content on TikTok, for example, that is exclusive to TikTok. So check us out over there. We do some great things. We do a lot of there was a brief period where we did a lot of audio impressions.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, we'll leave it there because this is a very long outro now.
All right. Bye.
Bye.